everyone, what's up? We are back here at Arc the Edge, and we are here for the first episode of Impact Wrestling, held in front of 1,304 people in the South Stage 21 area. So we kick it off with the pre-show where we see Bad Influence defeat the Tate Twins. And just so you guys know, I did bring in the Tate Twins just for tonight. They are not a permanent part of the roster, but with this match, yeah, they were carried by Bad Influence to a pretty decent match, but a 43 is not bad. Wins losses have a greater effect on his popularity as normal. Alright. An awful and a very good, though. Not bad. Mike Tenay and Todd Kino work great on commentary together. Taz and Ton Kennelly. I don't know how to pronounce his name. His name is just going to be Todd. Taz and Todd had good chemistry calling the match together. All in all, not a bad show for a pre-show. Bad Influence needed a spot on the card, and there we go. So we're going to kick it off now with the start of the show. Big changes are coming by the network exec as we see the debut of Paul Heyman coming to Impact to save it. Because we all know how it happened with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the company. It just went to utter crap, frankly. So we kick it off. Hogan comes out and he starts talking about how these Aces and Eights, brother, they are running a mad shot. I don't know why he sounds like the Macho Man, but... And I need to say, just get this off my chest. Bully, you really hurt me, brother. You broke my daughter's heart. And then strange music starts to play as Paul Heyman comes out, twiddling the mic, Smile on his face. Everyone's like, oh my god, Paul Heyman's in the Impact Zone. And he comes out, and Hogan's like, what are you doing here, brother? And Paul is just like, obviously I need no introduction, as the crowd is chanting at the top of their lungs, ECW, ECW, ECW. Heyman's like, I'm here to save Impact. And I left the E to do it. Eric Bischoff comes out in like a speed walk down to the ring, and he's just like, look, Heyman, we don't need your kind here. We got this ship under control. What are you doing here? And Paul Heyman just smirks and laughs. He's like, you mean like how you were able to handle WCW, Bischoff? How you were able to save it from the E? I don't think so. They sent me here to save this company. And all three men are bickering in the ring, and that's when Aces and Eights theme hits. Bully Ray, Devon, Doc Nux, and Mr. Anderson come out. And they're like, look, it doesn't matter which one of you head asses are in charge. We run the show around here. And if we got to come into that ring and beat up three old men, we will do that. And Heyman just smirks. He's like, well, actually, I got power to make matches and decisions. So here's what's going to happen, Aces and Eights. Each of you are going to have matches tonight. And if you lose, you're gone. If you win, well, I guess you can stay in your little biker gang. I've seen scarier on the backside of this guy. Give a small... Ooh, charisma. I like it. His gimmick got it great. Perfect. Paul Heyman debuts perfectly on this show. And he is going to be like the network exec, that whole thing that they did. But at the time, it was Sting that was going to be the network exec, or how they had recently in Impact, Tommy Dreamer be the network exec. Now it's someone that makes sense. Paul Heyman. We kick it off with the first match, and we see Chavo and Hernandez defeat Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff. They are now out. Which I'm sure Eric Bischoff is not going to be too happy about that. His son just got fired. 37, not a good one, to be honest. But I won't lie and say I don't blame Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff. Then we kick off with some knockouts action as Gail Kim defeats Taryn Terrell with the Eat Defeat. Not a bad 60, not bad at all for them. We hit it up. Doc and Nux defeat Eric Young and Joseph Parks when Eric Young got knocked out. So far, we've seen 2 gone and 2 stay for aces and eights. 40 is not bad at all for it. Kenny King comes out and he starts taunting. He starts gloating. He's ready to come out to ringside. He's like, ladies, and I guess gentlemen, if you swing that way, you're looking at the greatest X Division champ of all time. K-E-N-N-Y King. Kenny King. And if you really think that anyone will stop me and my mountaintop, I'd like to see it. I'm paying close attention to this number one contenders match. Because no matter who it is, I'm going to be the forever champ. Kenny King goes back to ringside to just sit at commentary and wait for the match. As we head up, Mr. Anderson defeats James Storm with the Green Bay Plunge. Anderson will also be remaining with the company. Garrett Bischoff was the ref. Oh, I'm so happy he's gone. Then we hit up. Paul Heyman is getting settled in his office where the dirty heels, Rude and Aries, come in. And it's just like, hey, why are we on the card? Huh? You're looking at your two franchise players over here, and you just decide to not put us on the card. And Paul Heyman's like, been expecting you guys. You know, your complaints, your argumentativeness doesn't fly with me. Alright, Aries, you act all tough, but you're not all tough. You want to really prove yourself, you'll have a match next week. Right? Actually, in fact, both you will. Against the tag team champs. You guys win. Maybe I'll consider giving you guys a future title shot. So here we'll have Chavo and Hernandez versus the Dirty Heels. That will be next week in a non-title match. Rude's like, whoa. What about me, Heyman? The It Factor, Bobby Roode. If you were really the It Factor, you would have had a higher spot on the card. You wouldn't need this lackey over here to try to help you win. Strikes a nerve with Aries as both men storm out of his office. Then Magnus and Samoa Joe defeated the Bromance in tag team action. Devon defeats Gunner. Bruce, you're going to have to go to. They had great chemistry together. That's actually great to see. Devon had 52. Gunner with 35. But Devon had to use a foreign object to beat this psychopath. 43 match is not bad for them. Kick it to the X Division for the 4-way where Chris Sabin wins and will be getting a shot at Kenny King at the upcoming pay-per-view. Put that in Victory Road. Kenny King and Chris Sabin. He's looking to be on top of the mountain once more. X Division title match. There we go. He pinned Petey Williams with a cradle shot. 51 is not bad, actually, for this match. Thought it would have been a little worse. Next up, the main event. Bully Ray defeats Sting with the Bubba Bomb after interference with the hammer by Devon. So we've seen the two so-called leaders of Aces and Eights needing to cheat their way to stay in the company. 57. And at the end of the show, to close it off, we see the Aces and Eights that remain assault Sting. All the men in the show, leaving Sting a brutal, battered man in the ring as the new Aces and Eights stand tall. Bully, Devon, Doc, Nux, and Mr. Anderson. They stand tall to end off the show here tonight. 30. It's going to be a rough road. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a rough road. I mean, a lot of it, I did have some penalties with not enough interesting storylines going on, and then the interviews in wrestling, I didn't actually catch that when I was booking this. So it's going to be a lot better in the next week, but a 30. Wow. We lost in 17, but we did gain in 15. So that's a plus. We use Nux too much on the show. I mean, I agree. He's not going to be used as much in future shows, but he needed to be in the opener, his match, and the closer. But as far as I look at it, you can only go up from here. A 30 on the first episode. I want to thank you all for watching this week on Impact Wrestling. Stay tuned. We will be releasing episode 2 of this a little bit later on. I want to thank you all for watching once more. Leave a like down below, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys would like to see in this. Debuts, sign-ins, everything. Alright guys, catch y'all next time.